Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into Frank Herbert's Dune. It's a world of sand, spice, destiny, giant worms.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite the universe he built.
So our mission, really, is to unpack this epic, try and figure out why it's still considered, one of the greats.
It's a brilliant choice. I mean, Dune, it came out way back in 1965, right? But it's not just sci-fi.
No, not at all.
It's this really unique mix. You've got politics, deep ecological ideas, religion, adventure. It sort of cemented its place as well. A science fiction, space opera, political epic. It covers a lot of ground.
It really does. And the heart of it all is Arrakis, this desert planet.
The only source of melange.
Right, the spice. And the stuff, it's unbelievably important. It gives you heightened awareness, makes you live longer.
And it's the key to interstellar travel. The navigators need it.
Exactly. So once you get that,
Yeah.
you immediately see why controlling the spice is, well, it's the central fight. All these powerful, noble houses are just constantly maneuvering for control.
And dropping right into the middle of that is our main character, Paul Atreides.
Yeah, young Paul.
He's the heir to House Atreides, and the story really kicks off when his family is suddenly given control of Arrakis, which sounds great.
But it's a trap.
It is, and what follows is this brutal sequence of betrayals, a desperate fight just to survive, and for Paul, this really profound spiritual change.
And it all happens against this backdrop of the harsh desert, the native Fremen people.
Who are incredible.
And yeah, those giant sandworms. It's such an iconic setting for his journey from this, Duke's son to something much, much bigger. A prophetic figure, really.
A messianic figure, even.
Okay, so Arrakis, Paul, the setup. But where Dune really digs deep is in its themes, right? The layers.
Definitely.
Maybe let's start with the most obvious one, power and politics.
Right. It's just ruthless.
Yeah.
Herbert portrays this political landscape as a chessboard where everyone's manipulating everyone else, empire building, but shown in all its ugliness.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Like, how much have those power dynamics really changed since 65?
That is a great question. And Herbert, he doesn't just show the plotting. He really gets into the Messiah complex, how these charismatic leaders, maybe even starting with good intentions, like Paul.
Yeah, you feel for Paul initially.
You do, but they can become tools for forces they can't really control. It's a kind of a chilling look at how power corrupts and how belief systems can be, weaponized.
And that feels incredibly relevant today, looking around at, global politics.
Eerily relevant. And tied into that is the ecology. Herbert weaves ecological science right into the fabric of the story.
It's amazing how he does that, showing how the planet's environment shapes everything, the culture, the destiny.
Exactly. Think about the Fremen and their relationship with water.
Oh, yeah. It's not just scarce, it's sacred. It defines their whole society, their rituals, their economy, everything.
It makes the ecology theme feel so urgent, even now. With our own climate change issues and resource scarcity, it almost reads like a warning.
Less sci-fi, more like prophecy sometimes.
Kind of, yeah. And then there's religion and prophecy itself. Dune really explores belief as this powerful force.
A tool for control, definitely.
A tool for control, yes, but also this potentially unstoppable force for change. Herbert shows how myths and prophecies can be deliberately planted, cultivated over generations.
Like the Bene Gesserit, seeding the missionary of protective legends.
Precisely. To steer populations, to prepare the way. It's fascinating and a bit disturbing.
And speaking of manipulating things, that brings us to human potential.
Yeah.
Herbert pushes the limits here.
He really does. You've got groups like the Bene Gesserit, these incredibly powerful women, the secretive sisterhood mastering genetics, memory, manipulation.
And the Mentats, the human computers.
Yeah.
Developed because AI was banned, right?
After the Balerian Jihad, yeah. Humans trained to think with pure logic, like machines.
But it's Paul's own transformation as evolution that's really at the center. What's Herbert getting at there about our limits?
Well, he seems to be challenging the idea of limits, showing how human abilities can be honed, trained, maybe even bred to an almost superhuman level.
Right.
But, and this is crucial, he also shows the cost, especially the burden of prescience, of seeing the future.
Yeah, Paul's ability to see possible futures isn't exactly a simple superpower, is it?
No, not at all. It doesn't free him, it traps him. It binds him to this terrifying path he sees unfolding, the jihad.
It's like a curse as much as a gift. Knowing the future might actually reduce your free will.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, what does that say about our own world? With, big data, predictive analytics trying to map out our future.
That's a deep question. Okay, let's talk about Herbert's writing style itself.
Yeah.
It's distinctive.
It is. Dense is a word that comes up a lot. Layered, philosophical.
Definitely. He builds this incredible sense of history, doesn't he? Using different viewpoints and those little excerpts from fictional histories, diaries, religious texts at the start of chapters.
Yeah, the epigraphs, that they make it feel like you're reading like an actual historical account from this other universe. It adds so much depth.
And the dialogue, it's often doing double duty. It's not just conversation, it's political maneuvering. What isn't said is often key.
Absolutely. And you get those internal monologues, the italics, crucial for understanding hidden motives, the character's real thoughts beneath the surface. It's intricate work.
It demands attention, but it pays off.
Hugely. Okay, so core strengths. We've touched on some, but let's highlight them.
World building has to be number one, right?
Oh, for sure. Arguably the richest, most immersive world in sci-fi. The detail in the cultures, the Freeman, the Sardaukar, the Bene Gesserit, the Guild, the languages, the histories. It feels utterly real.
And the characters within that world, Paul, obviously, but also Lady Jessica, his mother. Complex doesn't even begin to cover it.
And Baron Harkonnen, such a memorable villain, but again, not just a caricature. They all feel like real people, morally gray, driven by ambition or survival or duty. You're constantly figuring them out.
Yeah. You understand their motivations even when you don't agree with them.
And the way Herbert blends everything together, the politics, religion, psychology, ecology, it's this seamless tapestry. It's not just a sci-fi story. It's this profound commentary on humanity.
Wrapped up in a gripping adventure, too. Let's not forget that.
Definitely. But we should probably be upfront about some things that might trip up new readers.
Good point. It's not always an easy read, is it? The pace, for instance.
Right. It can feel slow, especially at the beginning. If you're expecting nonstop laser battles, well...
This isn't that. There's a lot of intricate political talk, philosophical musing.
Which is where the richness lies, I'd argue. But yeah, it requires some patience. It rewards it, but you need it.
And the terminology. There are a lot of invented words, concepts. Gamjabar, Kwisatz, Haderach, Mentat, Shailud.
It can feel a bit like learning a new language at first. Intimidating, maybe?
But again, like you said about the world building, that terminology is part of what makes it so immersive, right? Once you get a handle on it, it pulls you in completely.
Exactly. It contributes to that feeling of a truly alien yet fully realized universe. It's worth the effort, I think.
Absolutely. So, bringing this deep dive towards a close, Dune's legacy, it's just massive.
It really is. Its influence is everywhere. Think about Star Wars desert planets, moisture farming, a mystical force, a chosen one.
Yeah, the parallels are there.
And things like Game of Thrones, too, with its complex noble houses, political backstabbing, prophecies. You see Dune's DNA in so much that came after. Filmmakers, writers, game designers, they're still drawing inspiration from it.
It's not just popular, it's foundational.
Yeah.
And it won the awards to back it up.
Right, the Hugo Award. And it was the first ever Nebula Award winner for Best Novel. That really cemented its place in literary history. It wasn't just a sci-fi hit. It was recognized as serious literature.
Okay, so final verdict time.
Let's do it. I mean, for me, it's got to be high. Maybe a 9.5 out of 10.
I'd agree with that. It's not perfect. Maybe those roadblocks we mentioned are real for some. But the depth.
The depth, the ideas, the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the verdict is, Dune isn't just a sci-fi adventure, though it is that too. It's this incredibly layered political, ecological, philosophical epic.
It absolutely rewards patient reading. If you love deep world building, characters who aren't black and white, and big challenging ideas, then yeah, it's essential. You've got to read it.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, so let's leave you, our listeners, with a final thought. We talked about Dune's focus on controlling resources like spice.
And ecological balance. The Freeman's dream of terraforming Arrakis.
And the whole evolution of human consciousness, especially Paul's prescience, that double-edged sword we discussed.
Yeah.
So thinking about all that, what does this novel, written way back in 1965, still tell us about the challenges, maybe the future challenges humanity is facing right now in our own world? Something to chew on.